the gambling money, right now, might be holding up the big media outlets from covering sports. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think their business model works in the digital world and streaming, but the only thing that's holding like ESPN up is them getting into gambling. That money is so much that is actually making, them have Sports Center.
But you also need like a family friendly show, right? So
Mm-hmm.
how much of gambling can you really promote?
No. I'm not saying no. ESPN doesn't have to promote gambling so much
Yeah.
on their screen. I'm saying them having the business of broadcasting, paying people full time, a whole staff, filming, Sports Center, then having another piece of content to film. You know how they used to have a channel where it's 24 hours a day? That
Yeah.
business, to run that without cable being attached to it, is an expensive business. And it might be a possibility that the gambling right now is what's holding up ESPN and like
Yeah.
other large media outlets like that. Like not only ESPN, it might be holding up what's another media outlet? NBC Sports or CBS Sports.
Yeah.
Like they really can't afford to run a full-time network with all those staffs and employees and also broadcast. Like, it's expensive without it being on cable attached to a certain bundle. Because remember, with streaming, if they all create their own apps, people could just cancel the app. Then they don't have revenue coming in.
Yeah.
So this is where all this kind of, yo, man, I'm telling you, man, the next 10 years is going to be a roller coaster ride, man. It's going to be a roller coaster ride because we're about to see what this really is. This whole thing, we're about to see like how much the gambling shit really means. Because it's going to mean a lot.
Oh, dude, with how accessible gambling is too, bro.
Mm-hmm. And how much
You
money
you
it brings
know,
in.
yo, 100%.
They said in New York State, I think it bought in like 3 months. It bought in like 270 billion. And they said New York State took half the money.
Yeah.
Like, the gambling people are fiending for that shit to be in Texas because they wouldn't have to deal with the tax part. Like, some bigger states don't even have gambling yet. I think it's
No,
just
Texas doesn't have gambling yet.
I don't think California has it, does it? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just New York, like DC, like
Vegas, Nevada,
they're waiting, man. Like, imagine,
Oklahoma.
can you imagine if it just made that much money in New York alone? Can you
Yeah.
imagine when someone has like that, when the NBA has their hands in the pot making money off of New York gambling, California gambling, Texas gambling? Holy shit. That is a
It's
lot of
gonna be
money.
big.
That is a lot of money. That's why you see ESPN get into ESPN bets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, a lot of these. Amazon. Imagine Amazon gets in the gambling business.
oh, it's over. It
Yeah.
is over, man. Like, but you know what's so crazy? You know who they're throwing under the bus at the same time? They don't care about the after effects of the generation of like younger kids growing up watching sports. Like, there's gonna be a lot of addicts, man. Like, they're really creating
Oh, dude, that's the
a
main
lot of
concern. But
addicts with this
dude,
shit.
that's just the problem with like technology in general. We're seeing a lot of addiction of negative things that have become normalized in society, and
Mm-hmm.
gambling, unfortunately, will be one of those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because gambling, some
It's
of
a
those.
very, it's the nastiest addiction, in my opinion.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
a negative side to it. It's almost like the strip club. Some people think it's a
Yeah.
fun place, but strip club does attract, a certain underworld that exists,
Yeah.
like pimps, hoes, maybe drug dealers, scammers, people that's doing illegal. The strip club definitely attracts an underworld to it. It's the same thing for gambling. There's an underworld. There's
Yeah.
like, it could be mafia, people fixing games. The NBA already in the first year experienced it with the Porter's brother.
Oh yeah, it was Michael Porter Jr.'s brother.
Yeah, Jante
Dante
Porter.
Porter.
Yeah,
Dante or Dante Porter. I forgot his name.
whatever his name is,
He
they
was not
banned
very
his ass.
significant.
Yeah,
he,
they
he was not
banned
very
his ass.
significant from what I remember.
Yo, you know what they also did? That went under
Yeah.
the radar. The NBA actually made it. I don't think you can put. I don't think casinos can no longer take prop bets.
Dante. Yeah.
What's his name?
Jonte.
Jante, yeah.
Yeah.
After the incident with him, right? The casinos now, the NBA made an agreement where they can no longer take in prop bets for players who make like a certain uh level of salary. Like if they make under a certain amount of money, they feel like those players are
Yeah.
more exposed to like doing crooked shit. So now you can only make prop bets on players who make over a certain amount.
Yeah.
That, which is crazy. Yeah. So basically the G League or the people on the fringe of being into the league, there's no bets on them anymore. You can't do prop bets on them anymore. You can't say, oh, we bet this person gonna play under 3 minutes or get this amount of rebounds. Like you can't do that no
Turnover
more.
rate, turnover assist ratio, et cetera, et
Yeah.
cetera.
You can't do that no
Yeah.
more. The player, I think the player, I'm not sure what the salary amount is, but it's probably with the players who are not gonna risk their careers and their money over no prop betting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a certain amount. So the player has a prestige. The player makes a certain amount of money. He not risking his career, his reputation for no fucking prop bets. But a player that's on the fringe that probably makes like $1 million a year, which is a lot of money still, but that guy might be willing to risk his shit to make an extra 3 million. So they've gotten rid of that.
Yeah.
This shit is it's a clusterfuck, man. I'm not gonna hold you.
Dude, it's just the NBA. It's just a part of commercialization, bro. I think the NBA is getting commercialized. Sports in general is getting commercialized. Gambling's being more introduced, and by extension, when it's commercialized, owners are gonna like start to do much more in order to make a buck, right? Whether it's real estate, because nowadays I think ownership's all about real estate now,
Mm-hmm.
with how they view stadiums and shit. So just everything you hit on has been on point in regards of like how the future of the NBA will be. The NBA will be like, I know like you're probably getting tired of this example. It'll be Disney World, bro, where people come for a good time. They're not looking for just like a real basketball game. They're looking for basketball will be a part of the experience, but it won't be the main experience.
Yeah, it's like that with soccer in Europe because they've made an
Yeah.
experience out of it because now you can visit the stadiums with just no one in it. Like they have a whole tour now. Like I'm not
Yeah.
sure if NBA arenas ever did that where you could just tour the arena.
They probably will. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like but the stadiums the thing about soccer stadiums in Europe, they have so much history. So like the Manchester United Stadium, I think it's called Old Trafford. People
Yeah.
pay money, people travel and pay money just to visit that field. Just to visit, not
Yeah.
even go to the game. I'm talking about there's no game, there's no fans in the stadium. They pay a tour guide and they're taking them inside the arena. Like that's a whole thing out there.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. There's gonna be so many avenues for them to make money. It's just they're gonna be a printing machine, man. Like
You wanna
I'm not even sure the NFL outside of like the gambling, the NFL's not gonna have the global pull. I
The
mean, who
NFL, bro,
knows?
just it's an expensive sport, right? With all the shoulder pads and land and shit. The NBA soccer, they're very simple sports as comparison.
Yeah, low overhead. It's true.
Yeah. Like, let's be honest, if you wanted to play basketball right now, you could buy an affordable ball from Walmart, Target, go to some random like school where they have an outside court and just hoop for hours. And you could buy affordable shoes. You don't really need Nikes.
That's true.